So now, as you see, you're controlling that arm, controlling posture. Now I'm going to show you the most effective way to get an arm up. The hardest thing about manipulating lapels is to set them up. So what I do is I do this, the one out, posture, here, posture. And I constantly keep pulling it out until I pull out his right lapel. I know he's going to posture here, and I control here, okay? If this gets too annoying, I'll pull it, give him a little bit of a posture break here. My objective is to feed his right lapel to my right hand over his inner elbow. So I keep pulling him in, I reach here, and grab this lapel. I need to make sure I grab it so tight that I can apply pressure to his elbow and bend it by breaking his posture by pulling him in. This is very, very important right here. Because if his arm is straight, he can pull it out underneath, which will give me an opportunity to reroute. The other thing that happens here that I noticed is that sometimes you think this is going to work. This looseness will not work. You can unwrap it and pull it out. But you at least fed it here. Make the posture, pull it, and cinch it up. Pull it, cinch it up like a ratchet. Pull it, cinch it up, okay? From here, if I'm breaking his posture, he's not pulling this out because the gate is closed, that space is closed. Next thing I do is, I'm either gonna grab his wrist like so, I'm gonna bend it and push it, I'm gonna lift it, and I'm gonna bring it to my right hip, just as what we did here, okay? Except here, I'm gonna turn on to my right side, and I'm gonna get this position. Move double, it moves. Sorry, don't want to call forward. Biology. Alright, so, keep the lapel, keep the arm nice and tight. Right here. With my hip access his wrist, bend it, I'm going to pull it to my right hip, and then trap it here. And now, I'm going to start turning onto my right side, with my hip out, and moving my arm across his head, so that my left leg can go real high to control his posture here, and I ideally want to cross my feet. My hand now goes to his tricep, because the assumption is that he's going to pose to want to get postured here. And I'm going to keep pulling that tricep. Once it straightens out, yeah, he's going to put it somewhere where he can extend it. Okay, and I'm going to leave a little bit of a hole right here between my elbow and my thigh. Okay, as he pushes through that hole, I'm going to guide it this way here, and I'm just going to guide him right into the arm locker here. He cannot pull this out. Very few human beings will be able to pull this out. Maybe Ivan, maybe Travis, but if you have it locked in, you'll be able to extend it before they're able to pull it out, because you have it behind his elbow, and you have fully isolated control of arm. Okay?
It's so tight my hand's going down.
Exactly, and that's what you want. Remember, this is a lapel arm trap. It's not an armpit trap, because he can move his elbow and he can loop it. The key is to get this lapel, this belt, basically wrapped around his neck, right above his elbow, and you collect the whole thing, okay? But I gotta at least get his elbow to bend so I can reach over here. As I reach thumb down so that I grab it more by his kind of elbow tricep area, and I pull to remove the slide. If I just grab it like this, it's gonna loop right here. It may work, but I'm not gonna be able to, because he can keep his elbow out here, and I'm not doing what's needed to pull this elbow across to my right hip and thinking of putting it on the mat. But even if I got here and I started having problems because it's too slacky right here, I'm gonna grab it, pull it, and I'm gonna move my hand down, and I'm gonna rewrap it right here. Because now all I'm gonna do is this, I'm gonna just keep pushing it. As long as I keep my elbow tight, he cannot undo it, okay? The only thing he can do is start posturing up, but I can begin to break his posture. So all I'm gonna do is just push this hand to the right, and my hip to the left. Okay, hand to the right, okay, and my hip to the left. As it gets into my right hip, I know I'm gonna reach over here and I'm gonna get my left knee high on his back, okay, I wanna apply pressure to the base of his neck right here, so that now my left hand can begin to disrupt his posture here, because he's gonna straighten it, and he doesn't, yes, so he's gonna now begin to walk it, and presumably he's gonna find this hole with his head, because he's doing all of this to posture up, okay? So his hand is gonna be pushing. If he sits here stagnant, okay, I will keep moving out, okay? Because he becomes threatened here, because if his head stays down here, I can feed this right here, okay? And it turns into a neck trap, okay? And if his arm is here, I can just go right here and just finish the choke right here, okay? And you see that right there, okay? If he starts defending his neck right here, with this hand right here, yeah, well, defend your neck. You gotta grab the lapel. Yeah, see, it's tight. Look. I still have the neck, but now look, I have the back, okay? And now from the back, I could begin to work, but I still have the back here. If he decides to go back to his knees, see, I already have the back, okay? And I have his neck. This is already a neck trap. It went from an arm trap to a neck trap, okay? And I have the back, because I can push this out right here. And even if I switch it here, even though I wouldn't, because look, all you do is this right here, and you arch your way, okay? Even if he gets both hands on it, I have his back, and we're back to this control right here. And then as he keeps playing with this and pushing it down, and I keep doing this here, you can pull this one out right here, and now you go here, and now you attack with your lapel, okay? But the point is, the arm trap here is vital. So, take the posture here, feed it, okay? If you're here, you need to feed it tighter, pull, finish tight, and roll thumb up and break the posture. Grab this hand, push it. This how's he gonna take it out? Even if he takes it, try to take it out, I can still manipulate it. Bring it to the right hip, pinch your elbow, move your hip to the left, reach for his arm, lock your bottom foot over your top foot. Or take your top foot, wrap it around your bottom foot, whichever is easier for you. I'm just straightening it. He's gonna want to posture. Yes. You see that hole I'm leaving intentionally there? I'm pulling it as he postures here. I pull this, he's gonna create one more step, probably right here. Yes, to posture his head, and you get an arm lock. And it's super, super tight. And you have this right here. You go here, and if he pushes this leg off your head, and he goes back in, you feed it back to neck trap. And it's a constant attack, one after another after another. If this is loose, you're not gonna get it. You have to be tight enough depending on how tight the lapel is. Okay? Just remember, sometimes you grab the hip lapel, sometimes you grab the shaft of the lapel, depends on how tight you are. 1, 2, hip to the left, onto the right. Hip to the left, onto the right, reach. And just throw your legs high, because I'm breaking his posture here. Cup his elbow, tricep right here. Cup it. I don't want to grab it. I'm cupping. I have more control. Roll, yeah, see, and he'll find that hole with the head. He'll want to push himself as he goes by my hip. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I just apply pressure here, but the free hand will go here, and it's a done deal. And look, Pujon, pull your hand down, pull your arm out. Pull it out. Okay. The only way he'll pull that out is if I let him pull it out. Okay. And if I get even here to a high guard right here, and he pulls out his arm, his right arm, go ahead, pull your arm, pull something, pull it. He winds up in a triangle right here, or here, and you have plotter here, and regular time. So it's a complete one after another system. So get that lapel arm trap super, super tight. Let's go, 1, 2, 3. thought you were gonna about the cover.